What's up, my friends? Let's talk about some fantasy cruncher, MLB DFS, look at lineup study, talk about the trends that have been winning tournaments on DraftKings. Let's dive in right now. All right, so here we are using Fantasy Cruncher. We're going to take a look at the Study Hub a little bit today, too. I wanted to talk about Study Hub, how to use it in conjunction with FC, because that's just one of those important things to do. Lots of tools here you get access to as a TeamRiserFall.com member. And then, of course, you get access to Fantasy Cruncher. You get $20 credit every month that you are here. So let's go. We're going to look at large tournaments. The first one I want to look at is the Mini Max, baby. Oh, yeah, I like this one. This is always fun. We always enjoy this one. And we've got someone up here. Oh, I recognize this name from inside our Discord. Boston Red Sox 1505. Looks like he took it down last night. 73 cashing lineups out of 150. First place, 15 hundo. Profit, not too shabby. Now, we talked about this in the first episode. Now, we're going to do episodes, right? So this is episode 2. Expanding your player pools, not capping yourself and not limiting. You really want to try to get as many different team stacks and as many different players as you can when you're using FC. And I'm not saying this like, hey, you should do this. I'm just saying based on what we see in all these winning tournaments, each and every time we dive into this stuff, we continuously see a very similar trend in what the winners are doing. Now, I clicked the all lineups tab and then I clicked the player usage. I'm going to look at all lineups, the entire tournament, who were the highest owned players, so on and so forth. We are going to see this basically each and every night. The top pitchers are often going to be very highly owned. It's just, listen, here are the best arms. You're going to get the most innings, most strikeout upside. It is what it is. People continuously show us you do not need to be entirely different when targeting pitchers. And you can see Boston Red Sox 1505 took down the tournament last night for the Mini Max and jammed in the highest owned pitcher into his lineup. Now, where you get different is often going to be the stacks. Now, we talked about this last time as too. When we're looking at the highest owned stacks, we rarely see whatever the highest owned stacks are also going to be the highest owned hitters more often than not. We rarely see high owned stacks being in the winning lineups. It's usually some combination of highest owned pitcher or pitchers with the second or the third or the fourth or the fifth stack that was optimal that night. It's rarely these rando commando stacks down here where they had a tough matchup, so no one really targeted them. Does it happen? Absolutely. Just like probably the highest owned stack will happen. You can see Texas, Milwaukee, Philly, Baltimore, top 4. And we'll look at his combos here in a second too. And you can see top stack combinals. And here you go. This is for the tournament. Those are the teams. Again, Texas was number 1, highest owned. We had Milwaukee, then San Diego, and Philly. That was the order. And there you are. You're seeing this combination. They are the top 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 combinations. The top 6 combinations in the tournament. As far as 5-2 builds go, these were the top 6 combinations in the tournament. Now, were there other types of stacks? Absolutely. You're going to see 4 3s, 4 2s. You're going to see naked 5s. You're going to see a whole mix of things. Let me scroll down. There we go. So 5-3 stacks here. And I can collapse that. And you can see, very similar. It's the same freaking teams all the way down to 7 spots. Now we're going to look at the next one. Next highest used was 4-3. And 4-3, we're starting to see some different teams. New York, Mets, Houston, Toronto, Baltimore. They all started to make it in here. All right. So on and so forth. And you can see as I collapse these all, a really nice and slick way to just kind of view how many stacks of each size were in the tournament. And there you go. 5-2, 5-3, 4-3, 4-2, 2-2, 3-2, 4-4, 3-3. So there we go. Those are your stack order and the frequency that they are used. Now, what did our winner do? I'm going to click this little magnifying glass next to his name. I'm going to go to the stack usage and check it out. Highest owned stack was not Texas. Texas was his second highest owned stack, but not his top. We had Arizona. And then look at the rest. I like what he did. So Philly down here. Milwaukee, not seen. San Diego, not seen. So he liked Texas, the highest owned stack last night, and he used them, but they weren't his highest owned. He used Arizona. And then on the 2-player side, he's got some exposure to Milwaukee down here in 19 2-player stacks. 11 San Diego 2-player stacks, and 11 Philly 2-player stacks. And then Texas down here at 22 2-player stacks was his highest combination of the 2-player side. Pitchers, super highly owned at the top end. Locked in Ohtani basically for 143 out of 150 lineups, basically a lock. 7 lineups that were non-Ohtanis. And when we look at the winning lineup, we can see, check it out. We have a 5-2 stack that did not include, and let's go back to it. And what do you know? It did not include, we'll leave this right there, the highest owned stacks in the slate. My guy, big W right here. 5 highest owned stacks did not show up in his lineup. Arizona was the 8th highest owned stack, showed up there. 8th highest owned 2-player stack, Seattle, shows up here. Now, did we get a one-off with Milwaukee? We did. Rowdy Tellez, 16 points for him. Locked in Ohtani, highest owned pitcher on the slate, didn't matter whatsoever. Slammed home 39.35 points. And Joey Lucchesi with the spot start yesterday pitched a gem. 7 innings, 9 strikeouts, no 1 runs. So let's say yesterday you were using the Study Hub or maybe even just like the projections themselves, but I'll have the Study Hub up today. Let's say we looked at nothing. We're like, we don't want to research anything. We just want to kind of look at the ownerships and go from there. Well, we've got those here. So I'm looking at this and I'm just going to sort the ownerships for the pitchers, and I'll go just the main slate. 705 on. There we go. And you can see, here's Ohtani projected for 41.4% ownership. He ended up being 30. Oh, he ended up being, no way. He ended up being 41.4. Is that what we had projected? That is literally on the dot. That's crazy. Good job. All right, now I'm going down here to the DK Stacks tab. I want to come up and I want to find out what are the highest owned stacks going to be and how can I avoid them? Well, here's Texas. Here it is. It's glaringly red, telling you this will be a very highly owned stack tonight. And you can see Texas. So there's Texas. We projected as the highest owned. Philly, we projected as the second highest owned. No, actually, Milwaukee's second highest owned. And then San Diego and Philly. So let's see. Texas, Milwaukee. Did we get it right on the button? Texas. So we're looking at all lineup. Texas, Milwaukee, Philly, Texas, Milwaukee, San Diego, and then Philly. All right, so we jostled a couple, and we had Baltimore way up there as well, and they're at 6%, right outside, looks like the 6th highest owned. So our projections clearly are phenomenal, at least were yesterday. Now, Arizona looks like they are the 7th or 8th highest projected owned, but look at the value we had for them, 2.12. That is the 4th, maybe 5th highest value behind Texas, Detroit, Milwaukee, and Oakland. And then there is Arizona, implied team total of 4.56. So their rating over here as well is the 5th highest rating. So that also put them kind of in the mark as, what you could do as far as targeting like rank versus ownership. And this is a really unique way to make lineups for sure. I think outliers like this are tough to grab onto. You definitely probably don't want to be targeting this where you've got or things like this where you have like a super highly owned team that is a low rank in our model, because then you get these negative leverages. So you're looking for positive leverage more often than not. And we had one of those in Arizona last night, and he absolutely smashed it, going Arizona and Seattle. Let me see, where was Seattle in our ranking? The leverage on Seattle was bad. So landed on that too. But the two we landed on, I will say, what a freaking lineup. That was very good job because Julio Rodriguez is just a run machine right now. He continued. Look at these runs. 4 games in a row now. We have 6 in the last 7. He gets on base frequently. He can steal a base here and there. Lots of hits. He's playing very good baseball right now. All right, today back on the teamreserfall.com website. Go to the MLB rankings down here. This will be free for you today when it's live. You guys can use that if you'd like. Check out anything else if you feel like it. And then, of course, you'll get a bunch of articles. We've been putting out a ton of articles and cheat sheets, and we've really been trying to use them in conjunction with Fantasy Cruncher. So you'll see these cheat sheets we make in conjunction with FC. We do multiple for FanDuel and DraftKings. We're working on other things on the back end to align with Fantasy Cruncher usage, as well as we are partnered with them. And we just want to make sure that, our members are getting access to FC. They're seeing how to use our stuff with FC and just seeing just how incredible FC is in conjunction with ROF. Now, this stream happens, what you saw me do today, inside Discord several times per week. Now, I don't get a chance to do them publicly as much as I don't have an opportunity to often sit and record. I usually do the streams, or we have staff who do the streams in Discord as well. But if you want to be able to tune into these, just subscribe to the channel. I'm going to start doing more and more as my time opens up a bit. I've got a lot of personal things going on, good things in my life, and I'll be able to share all the special news here over the next month or two. My situation, my surroundings, my environment changing drastically. So you'll hear more about that. And I'll certainly be able to start recording a lot more once my feet are back underneath me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hit the like button if you did. Drop a comment down below. And I will see you hopefully next Saturday together. All right. Have a good weekend, my friends. Enjoy your time.